Anybody in the audience like to say something? Yes, John.
Well, good evening, everybody. Hey, how's everybody feeling today?
Terrific.
Something came up last week that affected me personally, and I wanted to share it with you and see if we can come to a conclusion. Something just came up to my attention at the last minute. Is everybody in this room a member of Lake Holiday Association? Everybody?
No.
No.
No? Who is not a member?
Ray is not, and our photographer is not.
Okay. Well, if we look at statute 55.510.1, it says that all meetings of the Board of Directors, including subcommittees and other committees, shall be open to all members of record. And I believe that, in my opinion, that translates to only members should be in this room. And I believe the board has the power at this time to ask those non-members to excuse themselves. Can we have that happen, or do you choose to waive that?
We have chosen to waive that.
Okay, I'll respect that
Up until
decision.
now, we have chosen to waive that.
Okay. And within that 55.510.1 statute, it also says any member may record any portion of the meeting required to be open. Do we choose to waive that also?
Up until now, we have made an allowance for a member having a representative.
Okay. And I'll respect that. Thank you. Okay, let me address exactly why I wanted to talk to everybody here, okay? And basically last week, something pushed my button. And trying to stay human about it and keep my composure, I thought, well, why not write about it, do some research, and see what the facts are, okay? So, basically I had to write it out for myself because I had a tendency to get a little nervous in front of people. I wish to address the LHCC Board of Directors and bring to their attention the behavior and the practice of the minority few. My concern is the video or photographic recording of meetings and the distribution of these recordings. These practices cause much concern to me since, in my opinion, several Virginia state statutes are being violated. The statutes in reference lie outside of the Property Owners Association Act. Let's start with a review of the section of the Virginia Property Owners Act that regulates the recordings of meetings. The Code of Virginia, Statute 55.510.1, meetings of the Board of Directors. Any member may record any portion of a meeting required to be open. The Board of Directors or subcommittees or other committee therefore conducting the meeting may adopt rules. 1. Governing the placement and use of equipment necessary for recording a meeting to prevent interference with the proceedings. And 2. Requiring the member recording the meeting provide notice that the meeting is being recorded. It's a short, brief, to the point statute. But please note the wording "to prevent interference." The word interference is not necessarily limited to a physical means, but it could also refer to emotional feelings or behavioral control. There is a sense that many individuals do not attend board meetings for fear of being videotaped or photographed without their knowledge and or consent. And these individuals may feel that this activity is personally intimidating, humiliating, and harassing to them. Association members who participate in meetings may feel reluctant to speak freely for fear of having their voices or images appear on an internet website. This intimidation has probable cause to place participants into silence, and as a result, the ability to speak freely and openly is suppressed. Further, members may have a concern that this could be a breach of their personal security. Statute 18.2-186.4, use of a person's identity with the intent to coerce, intimidate, or harass. Many members of LHCC are aware of a website that publishes videos and stills of board members and committee members. As noted by a graphic that appears at the bottom of their webpage, this implies that this is a business or commercial website. Business and commercial websites have laws that must be followed. These websites are not at liberty to publish whatever information they desire, most notably photographs or images. The state of Virginia has statutes that govern the publishing of information like this. The right to publicity laws have been written to help prevent the unauthorized commercial use of individuals' names, likeness, or other recognizable aspects of one's character. It gives an individual the exclusive right to license the use of their identity for commercial promotion, and following are two state of Virginia statutes that control the unauthorized use of a person's name or picture. Statute 18.2-216.1, unauthorized use of name or picture of any person. And two, statute 8.01-40, unauthorized use of name or picture of any person also. We now live in a world where identity theft is common. Identity theft is the fastest growing crime in the U.S., which probably has been advanced by our technologies such as digital communications, digital storage. As individuals, we must take precautionary measures to keep secure our personal identifiable information. The state of Virginia has taken actions to address this identity theft in reference to statute 18.2-186.3. Identity theft, penalty, restitution, victim assistance. As used in the statute, identifying information includes but not limited to name or any information to act as identification. Access to your photograph and name can be used as simple tools for identity theft purposes. How would you feel if your photograph and name were used on a fraudulent form of identification? How would you feel and what would you do if this fraudulent identification was used in the commission of an illegal transaction or crime? Over the course of many LHCC board meetings, a number of individuals have been videotaped. Those videos have been distributed or made available to a particular business for that business's own purpose. These videos have been published on the business's website, referenced earlier. In some instances, there are still frames or portraits with the individual's name made available. Anybody with malicious intent could access and use this information. As you are aware, the statute 55-510.1, meetings of the Board of Directors, provides flexibility to association boards in adopting rules to govern the videotaping or recording of meetings. At this time, I would like to submit my recommendations for consideration in adopting rules for the recording of meetings by individuals of the LHCC membership. To be considered of the board and the membership's time, my recommendations are being offered to the Board of Directors in written form for their discretionary use and reference. In closing, I want to thank the Board of Directors for their time and this opportunity to address them with my concerns. Have a good evening. As I said, I wanted to share with you my recommendations in writing, and I have provided copies for each of the board members to reference at their discretionary use and time.
John,
Thank
you mentioned why you're approaching the board, and do you want to go into the...
As I said, somebody pushed my button. Maybe somebody's testing John Platt. Don't mess with my family. That includes my wife. I take that that was very offensive to me. And why this individual wanted to go after my wife, I don't know. By law, I will do what I can to stop this. By law. Thank you.
Thank you very much for your excellent presentation, John.